Hey guys, we are back with some more Eastside Hockey Manager, and we're here basically at the trade deadline, within the month of the trade deadline anyway. And I don't think there's a whole lot that I want to do at the trade deadline because I feel like we have a pretty good team here. It simulates well, especially the first and fourth line, and there's not really too much that we can do without breaking that chemistry. Now, one thing I will point out, we do have to re-sign Krug in the offseason, and he wants quite a bit of a raise, $3 million plus from his current contract, and then obviously Artemi Panarin, but we don't even know how much he wants right now. I'm going to guess around $10 million, so that's going to be another $5 million. So a few guys who we could think about unloading are Oscar Dansk. I don't think he's really worth the $2 million that he's being paid right now. Got a few wins under his belt, but 6.93 average rating, not the greatest. Eric Howla, he's making 2.75 right now. And even though he was good last year, he is definitely not carrying his weight this year. And he'll get another chance in the playoffs. I'm going to keep him for right now. But if he can't produce, then he's going to probably be one of the names of the chopping block. And then Tom Wilson, he's been doing all right, but he is making 4.1. A little bit of a hefty contract, and I would rather keep guys like Adam Lowry and Brandon Carlo and Jacob Silverberg over Tom Wilson. So I think that's about it for right now. I don't think I have too much else to go over. So let's go through this month, and maybe we'll even get through March and April, but we're going to have to go a little fast for that. So let's get right to it. So our first game of the month against the Kings, and we're not even really going to look too much at the messages unless it's relevant to us. So Wild over the Avalanche, and game versus the Kings, we win 4-3. Veleno, Silverberg, Pulkkinen, and Marchessault with the goals. That's what I like to see. And then the Sharks with a 4-3 win over the Stars. Okay, doesn't look like much over here. Just skip past that. Bruins win over the Stars 4-2. Game against the Canucks coming up on the 6th. Oilers with 4-3 win over the Maple Leafs. Blue Jackets with a loss against the Predators. Win for the Panthers over the Coyotes 3-1. Win for the Blackhawks over the Blues 4-1. Game against the Canucks. 5-2 victory. Goals by Fasching, Brandstrom, Pulkkinen, Marchessault, and Wilson. There you go. The Polka Beast is back. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see. Nothing going on there. Rookie point scorer. Yeah, it's Veleno. Anything going on here? Nope, doesn't look like it. 4-3 win for the Kings over the Blues in a shootout. Game against the Panthers coming up here for Vegas. And it is a 5-2 win. Marchessault, Lowry, Veleno, Smith, and Smith with the goals. So, yeah, I really don't see any reason to be making any trades right now, the way we're simulating. New top points from a defenseman. Torrey Krug's 34 points is a new record from a defenseman, so we're going to see that from now on as well whenever Krug gets a point. Game against the Lightning, that is a 5-2 loss. Miller and Panarin with the goals, but unfortunately took quite a beating there from Tampa Bay. The Kings with a 5-1 win over the Devils. They're both in 14th in their respective conferences, so wow. And of course, we have the traditional big injuries. Theodore out for 3 weeks, and Joe Veleno out for 1 month with broken ribs. Oh my goodness. That's a big one. Okay, so who's getting in now? I believe that would be Vanelli and Howla. All right, so how many games has Fleury played in a row? Yeah, he's played a lot. Let's get Dansk in there. Game against the Flyers coming up on the 12th. Oilers with a 3-0 win over the Ducks. 4-1 win for the Capitals. 4-3 win for the Lightning over the Maple Leafs. 4-3 win for the Kings over the Stars. And 4-3 win for the Panthers over the Canucks. Okay. Quite the consistency and score there for that day. And a game against the Flyers, 5-3 win. There you go, boys. Panarin, Krug, Panarin, Howla, and Marchessault Pulkkinen with an assist. That's what I like to see, boys. Rebounding just like that. Get 5 goals scored on us, and we score 5 right back. Okay, so Tatar out for 4 months. So Tatar used to be a Vegas Golden Knight, but apparently, well, not in this GM mode because, yeah, these are the start of the season rosters, but rough there. Neuvirth also out for 4 months, so my goodness. Artemi Panarin's 2 points has him taken to a career milestone of 300 NHL points. How many does he have in the season currently? 24. The man is unreal. So yeah, let's go. Canadians with a 4-3 win over the Wild. What is with all these 4-3 wins? My goodness. look at that. It's ridiculous, actually. Game against the Islanders, 2-1 win. It's Silverberg and Carlson with the goals. 33, 13, and 11 on the season currently for the Vegas Golden Knights. What a turnaround for the Vegas Golden Knights, as they were tanking the last 2 years, but now they are just absolutely on a tear with the additions of Artemi Panarin and Joe Veleno. So Silverberg, Haula, and Wilson with the goals, but unfortunately a 4-3 loss against the Sabres. 3-0 win for the Flyers over the Hurricanes. Carlson reaches career milestone, 400th career NHL game there against the Sabres. Wish it would have been better, but what are you going to do? 4-3 win for the Canadians, for the Flames of the Canadians, and then Maple Leafs over the Islanders. Trade deadlines in 1 week. I don't think, again, that we're going to be doing anything. Definitely not going to be very active at this trade deadline. We already made our big splash with Artemi Panarin earlier in the season. February 18th. Anything going on? Not really. Game against the Stars. 4-3 shootout win. Goals by Pulkkinen, Brandstrom, and Panarin. And then Panarin with a shootout goal. There you go. So I would imagine that not only are we first in the Western Conference, but we are first in the NHL. And Teemu Pulkkinen's 48 points is a new record from a right winger. There you go, Teemu Pulkkinen. The beast. 79 points is good enough, indeed, for first in the NHL. Let's keep that going. Game against the Avs, 4-3 win. Goals by Fasching in a comeback win. Goals by Fasching, Brandstrom, Carrier, and Fasching once again. So let's actually get Marc-Andre Fleury back in there. He hasn't played for a few games. Yep. There you go. And we have one more game before the trade deadline against the Predators right there. February 21st. Any injuries going on? Nope. Okay. 5-1 win for the Stars over the Senators. 4-3 win for the Oilers over the Predators. And a 4-2 win for the Flames over the Sharks. Trade between the Stars and Golden Knights. They would trade Goligoski, Remy Ellie, and Colton Point. And a third and a fourth for Riley Smith and Jet Wu. No, thank you. Absolutely not. Game against the Preds as a 4-1 loss, unfortunately. Goal by Haula. Assist from Pulkkinen and Carlo. But not really much going on there for your Vegas Golden Knights in that game. That was kind of rough. Panarin injury. Oh, no. Okay, all right. It's only for a few days. That's good. But, man, the injuries in this game. Injuries to Theodore Veleno. Panarin's out for a few days, but he's luckily only a minor injury, so that's not that big of a deal. And even players with minor injuries in this game don't often get re-injured. So, I mean, it's safe to take them out of the lineup, but I rarely see a player get re-injured, to be honest. Yeah, Panarin resumes practice. I mean, it was literally like a day. So, we're good right there. Yeah, these are all the trade deadline notifications. It's currently the 23rd, and yeah, I don't see too much of a reason to make any trades here. There's not too many contracts that I'm worried about besides Krug and Panarin, and we can definitely get those guys re-signed if we release guys like Dance, Kala, Wilson, guys who have been underperforming. So, well, Wilson hasn't been underperforming, but you know what I mean. He's just a little bit much of a contract right there. So, 4-3 win for the Red Wings over the Flyers. And a 4-1 win for your Vegas Golden Knights over the Vancouver Canucks. Panarin, Wilson, and Smith with the goals. Talk about Wilson. I mean, he's been scoring a lot recently. So I might have to think again on that. 4-1 win for the Blues over the Ducks. 4-1 win for the Blue Jackets over the Red Wings. Trade deadline. Game against the Flames. 3-2 overtime loss. Carrier and Marchessault with the goals for your Vegas Golden Knights. But unfortunately, the Flames ended in OT. But that's not a problem. We are still at the top of the Western Conference and likely the league. 4-2 win over the Flames, coming right back with goals by Smith, Panarin, Carlson, and Marchessault. That's again, no complaints with this team whatsoever right now. We are rolling. Yeah, that's all good. Wow, we're getting into March now. We're only 11 minutes into this video. We might actually finish the season in this video. It'd be a miracle. And we are pretty much done with February here, getting into March. And a 4-2 win over the Penguins. Almost said Panthers. Goals by Smith, Marchessault, Carlson, and Smith once again. So, yeah. Not much to say at this point. There's just got to keep rolling in the playoffs. Player of the month is Alex Galchenyuk. Rookie of the month is Riley Tufte of the Stars. Offensive player of the month, Alex Galchenyuk. Defensive player of the month, Matt Murray. New points from right winger Riley Smith, 53 points. So he has overtaken Teemu Pukkanen, unfortunately. But it looks like they're in a good battle right there. 4-1 win for the Golden Knights over the Stars. Haula, Silverberg, Carlson, and Marchessault with the goals. So we're rolling. Let's just keep this momentum going in the playoffs. And we'll have absolutely nothing to worry about. Unless we have like a big injury, of course. Which I wouldn't put it past this game to have something like a 6-month injury to Fleury or something, which hopefully that doesn't happen. But now that I've said it, it probably will, because y'all know the history of that on this channel. Miller with a career milestone, taking him to 100 NHL points. Wilson with 500 NHL games. For a confidence update, they are pleased. They would want to see James Neal back on the roster. I mean, okay, they're going to keep bugging me about that, but whatever. Belgium is very pleased with us. Good to know. Even though we've barely done anything. 3-2 win for the Jets over the Wild. 4-2 win for the Oilers over the Stars. A 4-1 win for the Ducks over the Penguins. 5-1 win for the Blues over the Red Wings. 5-1 win for the Flyers over the Avalanche. Quite a bit of time without a game here for your Vegas Golden Knights. 3-2 win for the Hurricanes over the Coyotes. No game there either. Not even looking at the schedule right now. I probably should. 3-2 win for the Stars over the Wild. Our next game is on the 7th, so that's quite the break right there. That must have been our bye week. So Theodore is back, and then Veleno resumes light practice, so that's good. Theodore was actually one of our better simulating defensemen here, so definitely have to get him back in there. And we'll obviously replace Vanelli. Get back in there, Shea Theodore. Welcome back. 4-3 win for the Islanders over the Devils. 4-2 win for the Sabres over the Sharks. And a 3-1 win for the Coyotes over the Kings. Game against the Rangers. 3-2 win in overtime. In comeback fashion, Panarin and Theodore, the injured man previously, came back to the lineup. Gets the overtime goal against the Rangers. Very nice. 40 wins on the season. And we are in a pretty good position right now, as we have 92 points, 67 games in. So I would say a couple more wins and we're in for sure. Tuck out for a week. All right, I won't place him on IR. That's not really too much of a point in that. But we do have to... Well, it's actually only a minor injury. Sprained wrist, but we'll give Leipzig the chance here. So I guess I'll put Haula right here, and then we'll get Leipzig in there. Man, Veleno being out is really hurting Pukkanen's scoring, because I haven't seen him score a whole ton of goals recently. Marchessault and Leipzig with the goals, but he has been getting assists. I've seen him on the assist column, but not so much in the goals category. Shipachev banned for 1 game. Let's see. 4-3 win for the Islanders over the Maple Leafs. 2-1 win for the Canucks over the Blues. 3-2 win for the Blue Jackets over the Panthers. Tyler Johnson out for 7 months with the torn ACL. That is rough for the Winnipeg Jets. Nothing going on here. So, is Veleno almost back? Not quite. I'll leave him scratch for right now. Game on the 11th. Coyotes with 3-1 win over the Kings. 5-2 win for the Predators over the Islanders, I think I saw. Game against the Coyotes, 5-2 win. Very nice. Panarin, Carrier, Fashing, and Panarin. Awesome. Holding first in the Western Conference are your Vegas Golden Knights. Top points from the right winger, Riley Smith, 55 points. Okay. So, yeah, we'll check the stats at the end. I mean, at this point, we'll just go the rest of the season. 8-5 win against the Kings. Very nicely done, boys. I mean, it is the Kings that are in 15th, but let's see who scored there. Carrier, Smith, Fashing, Smith, Panarin, Haula, and Polkinen. Polkinen back in the goal column, and Smith with the last second goal. New NHL record. Okay, so high-scoring NHL game. Very nice. 5-2 win for the Canucks over the Ducks. 4-3 win for the Predators over the Maple Leafs. Game against the Red Wings coming up for the Vegas Golden Knights. 6-2 win. Carrier, Carlson, Miller, Carlson, Panarin, and Carrier with the goals. And we're not quite missing Veleno right now, but he would definitely help out with Timo Pulkkinen's semi-goal drought at the moment. 2-1 win in overtime. Smith with both goals for your Vegas Golden Knights against the Capitals. 44, 16, and 12 are the Vegas Golden Knights currently, and we look to have made the playoffs at 100 points. We are pulling away from the rest of the Western Conference and really the rest of the league. I mean, the closest amount of points to us is Boston with 89. We're at 100. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Veleno, are you back yet? No, you are not. Alex Tuck is, though, so let's see if we could fit him in there. He's at a 681 average rating. I'll take, I guess, Leipzig out. He was at a 696 before. He's now at a 680, so he's been getting worse. Now, where was Tuck? Was he was on the wing, right? I guess I'll put him on the second line center, considering we don't have too many centers at the moment with Veleno out. So 3-2 win for the Blackhawks over the Blue Jackets. 3-1 win for the Coyotes over the Ducks. March 18th, a game against the Blues. 4-2 win for the Predators over the Avalanche. 4-1 win for the Lightning over the Canucks. Horvat injury shocker, 7 months for Bo Horvat, torn MCL. Look at all these injuries, man. Oh, goodness. They happen a little too often in this game. 5-4 win over the Blues. Miller, Theodore, Marchessault, Brandstrom, and Haula with the goals for your Vegas Golden Knights. So at this point, we're just kind of playing out the rest of the schedule since we're already in the playoffs, and Artemi Panarin with a 3-week injury. So that is unfortunate. Hopefully he'll be back in time for the playoffs, and it looks like he will be, but just barely. So we'll get Leipzig back in there. So that's going to put Polkinen on the power play. I'll bring Marchessault up to the second line. Leipzig can stay on the second, I guess. Okay, so that kind of puts us in a weird spot since we're now without Artemi Panarin again. When was the last time Dansk played? Yeah, Dansk needs to play again. I'm not going to risk having an injury to Fleury now at this point in the season, so we may as well just play Dansk for at least until like this Minnesota game, and then just get Fleury ready for the playoffs then. Because there's no point in risking an injury to your main goaltender at this point, since you've made the playoffs already, and you already have a decent like 11-point cushion over the next team in Boston. So I mean, may as well. So, and Dansk can get it done as well. Haag, Silverberg, Krug, and Carlson with the goals against the Avalanche in a 4-3 victory. So we have absolutely no reason to worry at the moment, because the rest of the league appears to be fighting with itself, and they can't compete with the Vegas Golden Knights. 3-0 win for the Wild over your Vegas Golden Knights. That is, I believe, that is the first time we've been shut out this season. At least it's the first time in a while if we've already been shut out. So, because I honestly can't remember. It definitely did not happen in this episode until now. Game against the Canucks, 2-4 loss. Marchessault and Carlo with the goals. But the losses of Veleno and, speaking of Veleno, he was back, and Panarin really hurt us. But thankfully, Veleno is back in. So actually, a good way to check this, we could just check selection, and then just sort it like this. So Lowry has 659. That's a little concerning. So we'll take him out for right now, get Veleno back in there, and we'll get him on the fourth line because he had some great chemistry with Polkinen. I'll take Howla off the power play in favor of Veleno. And then we'll play out the rest of the season here. 4-3 win for the Coyotes over the Predators. Nothing going on here. Game against the Sharks, 4-1 win in Veleno's return. He gets an assist on Carrier's goal. Other goals by Theodore Carrier and Silverberg. So, yeah, just kind of riding out the season here. And we're actually going to get the rest of the season done in this video, I believe. 22 minutes in, but not too much of a problem. Yep. I mean, we've done much longer videos than that before, so Mike, and this is actually quite short for a video as of recent. 4-3 win for the Devils over the Wild. 5-1 win for the Panthers, or for the Maple Leafs over the Panthers. And a 4-3 loss for your Vegas Golden Knights against the Kings, who are 25-46-7 in a shootout. Goals by Carrier, and Polkinen to get it to the shootout, but oh my, this was actually quite the long shootout. How many was this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is that 11 shots per side? Oh my goodness. Wow. So, long game, long shootout. But there you go. Joe Veleno cashes in on a contract bonus. Second shutout of the episode against the Edmonton Oilers, so it's a little concerning. The rest of the league's starting to catch up to us, but we are nonetheless still first in the league. Team Belgium roster. Oh, boys. Okay, here we go. Team Belgium roster to be decided. So let's take a look at Belgium. Okay, so here's how we have to do things here. What I like doing for selecting national teams rosters that I am not even familiar with, and that this includes Belgium. Go to filters in free agency, and then sort by nationality, and then any national team nationality that you are currently the general manager of will be right at the top here. So Belgian, and then just set contract status to any, and there you go. It'll give you all of the Belgian players in the entire game. So there's this guy, Wouter Peters of Providence. Can we name him to Belgium roster? Is this U20 or is this just Team Belgium? This is Team Belgium. So let's see if we can add him. Okay, so we have to clear out the current Belgium roster. So let's just empty roster. We'll start from scratch. So he's currently playing with his club. Now, would he be eligible to play with us? No, he would not. Okay. Because he's with his club. Right. So any professional club guys we cannot bring on board to Belgium. So now what we're going to do, we're going to sort by stats, go by average rating. So we can have the guys who simulate the best. So this guy, Peter Jan Kamelbeek, 17 years of age. Good physical category, pretty good mental category. He's got a decent wrist shot, decent passing, so we will name this guy to Team Belgium for defense. Now, let's just focus on defensemen for right now. So, Denis Lejeune, 7 average rating. So he's actually on the U20 roster, I believe. Yeah, so we'll move him to the main roster. And then Steven Raquel Boom. This guy's a center. Again, just doing defenseman for right now. This guy's a left defenseman, 693 average rating. We'll add him to the roster. We're looking for 8 defensemen. We'll add this guy as well. So that's 4 left defensemen. So if we can get a right defenseman this time. So I'll add a filter. Side right. So that's going to give us right wingers and right defensemen. So this guy, Arnaud Cornelius. Cert Prevot. Belgium. Axel de Vrend. Seppi Glassy. These are some great names, man. These are some great names. Make it for great YouTube content. Okay, so now let's go for forwards. Center. 706 average rating. Get him on there. Right winger. So that's 2. 3. No defenseman. We'll actually just sort by forwards here. We'll move these guys over because they look pretty good. Johan van de Heining, only 16 years of age, and on the Belgian national team. My goodness, another 16-year-old, Gaten Gregor, named to Belgium roster. Carl Breggs, 19 years of age. Ben Verkamen, 31 years of age, so get a nice veteran on there. Ricard Del Rio Garcia, oh my goodness, moved to Belgium roster. Tanguy Claire, 16 years of age. Alderic Wooters, 16 years of age. A lot of 16-year-olds on the roster for Belgium. Cohen Velomens. Oh my goodness, I'm butchering these so bad. How many players do we have on our roster? 21. So we need 3 goaltenders, so we could get 2 more forwards. Some Malik Bursons. We'll just get all the guys who have the highest average rating, and that's what it's sorting by right now. So Seppi Dreesen. And now we have to sort by goaltenders. Gaten Peters. I have no idea. Sean Thurura. And then Rennie. Oh God. Kolodilsijiksik. I should not be in charge of Belgium, man. Oh my goodness. That last one was just... This one was like... I'm just done. I can't do it anymore. Alright, Team Belgium roster has been decided. There you go. So, now as we proceed through the rest of the season, the final 3 games of the regular season for your Vegas Golden Knights as we await our first round opponent. 3-2 win for the Wild over the Oilers. April 1st has come around. Player of the month is Jamie Benn. Rookie of the month is Matej Tomek of the Flyers. Offensive player of the month, Artemi Panarin, baby. Unfortunately, he is injured. But defensive player of the month, Erik Karlsson. Still on the Senators. Game against the Wild. Karlsson with the goal. Smith with the goal. And that'll be a 4-2 loss. So that the loss of Panarin really hurting us. Belgium numbers to be decided. We'll just do this. Sure. Can't really be bothered right now. Board confidence update. They're pleased. And as is Belgium. Final ranking. All right, we have to do the scouting one more time. So we will send... Was it Gendron who's scouting? Yeah, I believe it was Gendron who's scouting the draft. Intensive. There you go. Now this guy, Scott Lucet, was scouting the minors. So Chicago. Page 6, I believe it is. Yep, Chicago Wolves. There you go. And Mark Yannetti was scouting the Golden Knights, so we will send him back out. There you go. Okay. So that's all done. Let's get Flower back in there for the first time in a while. But remember, we were just preserving him so that he didn't get injured over the past like 8 games or so. But he is back in there. Gonna get him ready for the playoffs against the Blues and Predators in preparation to see who we have in the first round. 5-1 win for the Coyotes over the Flames. That's nothing going on here. 4-1 win for the Blackhawks over the Stars. 5-2 win for the Oilers over the Blues. And a game against the Blues. 3-2 shootout win. Yells by Silverberg, Polkinen, Krug, Smith, and Polkinen in the shootout. So there you go. One final game of the season against, I believe it was the Predators. Yes, April 6th against the Predators. Game for Belgium against Bulgaria. Here we go. 6-5 win. There you go, boys. That's what I like to see. Goals by not even... I'm not even going to read those out. So New Zealand versus Hong Kong. South Africa versus Iceland. Let's see this. I'm interested to see. 2-0 win for the Vegas Golden Knights over the Predators in the last game of the season. Leipzig and Marchessault with the goals. And let's see, internationally, New Zealand with a 4-3 win over Hong Kong and South Africa with a 4-3 win over Iceland. Okay. Now let's see who we have in the playoffs. Who do we have? We have the Dallas Stars in the first round of the playoffs. So we will end things almost right there, but we're going to check out the stats first. We are going to do the playoffs in the next one. Regular season. So, Marc-Andre Fleury with a 741 average rating in 58 games. Not bad at all. Dansk with the 685. I mean, he got us wins when he needed to, but see what I mean about that $2 million contract, and especially with Krug and Panarin coming up, it doesn't seem that worth it. Defense. You have Krug with 46 points, Brandstrom with 41, Miller with 30, Theodore with 27, Carlo with 21, Haag with 16, Vanelli with 5. Plus minus, Theodore plus 29, Carlo plus 14, Miller plus 10, Krug plus 8, Brandstrom and Vanelli plus 1, Haag minus 8. That is unfortunate. Krug leads in shots with 188. Shooting percentage, Theodore leads with 14.9 on 47 shots. Time on ice, Krug leads with 23.53. Average rating, Krug with 741. Theodore, 727. Brandstrom, 710. Miller, 707. Carlo, 674. Haag, 673. Vanelli, 663. Forwards, Panarin with an 8. Let's go points first. Smith with 67 points in 71 games. Carlson with 61. Polkinen, Teemu Polkinen, with the 28-goal season, 58 points on the campaign. My goodness. William Carrier with 48. Breakout season for him, it looks like. Yep, definitely. Marchessault with 48. Veleno with 45 and 58 in his rookie season. Not bad, Joe Veleno. Definitely promising right there. Artemi Panarin, 44 in 36 games played for your Vegas Golden Knights. 21 goals. My goodness. Definitely helped out right there. Jacob Silverberg with 43 points in 82 games. Lowry with 36 in 76. Fashing with 34. Howler with 32. Tuck with 28. Wilson with 21. And Leipzig with 18. Plus minus. Panarin plus 24. Carlson plus 20. Smith plus 17. Veleno plus 17. Marchessault plus 14. Polkinen plus 12. Tuck plus 11. Silverberg plus 10. Fashing plus 3. Leipzig plus 2. Then Howler minus 7. Wilson minus 8. Lowry minus 14. Carrier minus 15. Carrier leads in penalty minutes with 38. Shots on goal, Smith leads with 228. And shooting percentage, Veleno leads with 20% on 85 shots. Average time on ice, Smith leads with 18:01. Average rating, Panarin with an 8. Smith with a 765. Silverberg with a 730. Polkinen with 730. Marchessault 729. Carrier 713. Fashing 712. Veleno with a 705. Wilson 702. Carlson 7. Leipzig 692. Tuck and Howler with a 666 each. And Lowry with a 659. So that'll do it for that. Let's just check out the minors real quick. Check on our prospects. Alan Lazaro led the team with 63 points. and a 738 average rating. That is very impressive. He looks to hopefully make the roster next year, as he's already a 3-star overall, so that's good. Kelleher, I don't think we'll be re-signing him because he wanted an NHL contract, but still good season for him. Nick Suzuki, hopefully he'll get the chance next year. Very good season in the AHL for him. Cam York with a 40-point season down there, and oh my goodness, passing up to 91. The AHL definitely did this guy some good. He will be up in the NHL next year, no doubt. Already a 3-star rating from pretty much all of our scouts on the current rating, and with a future rating of 5 stars, and a 4-star from Eric Ginel, however you pronounce it, but still, very good season for Cam York. Average rating up to a 702. He will be in the NHL next year for sure. Ranko Pokkanen, 25-point season, 671 average rating, 3-star current rating from the majority, if not all, yes, all of our scouts. And yeah, hopefully he's in the NHL as well next year. Lucas Summers with 25 points. Torma with 19. And then Zukov, did he not play a single game? Was it just, yeah, it was just Evan Fitzpatrick. Okay, so that'll do it for that. And in the next one, I guess we'll get to the playoffs, and we will continue I believe it's the World Championships with Team Belgium. See you guys in the next one.